Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Boys from the Baltic Star. It's Friday night, and when it's Friday night and the three of us are gathered here together, we play Traveller, our true love. It was its birthday not too long ago, I believe, within the last couple of weeks. So, a class happy birthday to Traveller, and thank you once again to Mark Miller for bringing us so many hours of fun and stress together.
A good combination.
And it's what meant that we met Ben as well. So
Very true.
So it's all is groovy. But here we are with said Ben down at the bottom, where he belongs again, unless Ewan vanishes off the screen again, as he seems to be doing these days. But until that point, this is how we are. And welcome. If it's your first time or your 30th time or your 100th time, you're very welcome to be with us this evening. We're going to run for about 2 hours from these points. Ben is quite good in that he sort of eases it to a halt at about the right time, because we don't run to a specific clock, unlike tomorrow. More on that later, so stay with us to the end for some interesting stuff. Or stay with us for the whole time for some interesting stuff. We'll take a break in the middle at some point. That'll be the least interesting part of the stream. But it's very important to refill our glasses and empty our bladders to take a breath of fresh air, and for you to recharge your glasses for the toast at the start of the second half. If you wish to chat, please chat. If you wish to lurk, please lurk. If you want to spend some points, click on the Imperial Credit Sun and flog your wad. Look at this, what we got. We got.
I'm sorry, what?
No, I don't know. I'm just making words up. No. Wad.
No, I think that word already existed. You're just
what is there?
misappropriating it.
I think I want to flaunt your wad, but flog. It went to flog your wad. I quite like it. I'm sticking with it. I'm going with it. I tried to
lean into it.
Yeah. I'd have to lean quite a long way to do that.
No, not what I meant.
For lots of points, you can give us a boon. Spurs is here. Good evening, Spurs. How you doing? Absolute pleasure. Oh, look, it says filth on OBS, but on the phone it stars out the word filth. So there we go. We are flaunting Wad Spurs. It's like you were called. You were hailed in by the phrase flaunting wads. A little alarm went off, and in you come. But yes, click on the sun, spend some points. What we got, the more expensive, the more it gets. Get an NPC named if you want. Make them resplend for us if you want. Get one of our characters to tell a tale. Give us a boon. Play some music if it's reddish. Get one of us to give a minute on a topic of your choice if you so wish, right in the middle of the game, just to be confusing. Get one of us to hit someone in the game, not in real life. Get Stefan to steal something. This would be a good time to do it, maybe, or later on. There's one thing we keep for 1 credit and 1 credit only, which is I'll drink to that. Hello, Rock Frog. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing well. I'll drink to that if you agree with something. Just a chance to raise your glass to celebrate. We keep points cheap on this channel because we like to be interactive. We like you to flaunt your wad, or flog your wad if you're really feeling wealthy. And just enjoy your time with us tonight. We hope. It's going to be chill times tonight. Shopping, we reckon. Shopping and brunch we're looking forward to. It's been a long time since we shopped or brunched, because there's been pesky storyline in the way. More of that later. My name is Luke. I'm in the top right-hand corner. Hello. I'm playing 2 characters on the screen. I'm playing Kara. She's on that far left-hand side. She's an artist, a carouser, a hacker. Good with her fists, very average with guns. Whereas Soraya, second from right, is a scout. Jack of all trades. Good with guns, bad with talking to posh people. And she leans heavily on her friend, who's also equally as bad. Just like I lean heavily on my friend, who is also equally as bad at talking to posh people. He's the man below me. He is my brother from another mother. He is the Floofmeister General, the housewife's favourite, the David Dickinson of the Baltic Star. He is the wonderful Ewan. Good evening, Ewan. How are you?
Hello, Luke. I'm very good, thanks. Not just posh people, it should be mentioned. Just people in general, I feel.
just general people.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you have some? do you carry a memory with you at all times that pops up every now and again of a time when you ended up something very, I'm not going to make you share it, but something very embarrassing happened to you around people, or something you said? Do you have one that comes back to you every now and again?
I don't think I do,
Oh, yes, that's good. That is quite
Yeah,
good.
maybe I need one.
Maybe
Is that what people have? Is that a thing?
yeah, you need
Am
to
I
be
missing out?
you need to be lying in bed at night about like after a stream, drifting off, just thinking, "Oh, life is good right now," and then out of nowhere, your brain will say, "Don't you remember when you said flog your wad?"
Yeah.
You need something like
Does it count if it's when you said it?
that.
Don't you remember when Luke said?
Oh, reflective awkwardness.
Yeah. Reflective cringe, stroke
Oh,
awkwardness.
you,
No, it's all good. It's all good.
you get a lot of that, to be honest. Why don't you tell us about two characters that I would say never cause us to cringe, but that's an absolute lie.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think maybe they've got a little bit too much of me in them. But that being said, I tonight am playing Agnar Arnson, the former military general, the oldest of all the PCs in the crew, the furriest of the people in the pictures that everyone can see on screen right now. He's a medic. He has a little bit of zoology.
Oh.
Not much biology, but enough to get by. A little bit of explosives, but he never uses it.
Oh, it's always a chance.
Yes, indeed. And I also play Stefan, who is the other one on the screen who's not rotating. I'm not going to give their position away because I've done that far too many times, and maybe that's the embarrassing moment. But he is a generally dexterous, sneaky space rogue who's not afraid to stab someone in the neck in a nightclub if their friend is being threatened. That's probably all I should say about them.
Oh. And speaking of someone who has indeed stabbed someone in the throat in a nightclub, we go down to the man at the bottom of the screen. Allegedly. They're all, he was, they couldn't make it stick. Let's just put it that way. He is the smartest and most violent man in any room. He lives his entire life in the Twin Peaks dream sequence, which could well have been prison. And as he's out free and nothing was ever substantiated, he is often found being carried around on the top of a chair. Not a sedan chair, I've been told. He gets very angry when I call it a sedan chair. With 6 topless, heavily oiled Eastern European gentlemen hoisting him aloft. He is the Queen of Fashion. It is Ben. Good evening, Ben. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Yes, very well. And much looking forward to some Traveller, of course. It's always a treat. And yes, I think we left it at a poised moment, so it should be fun to find out how this plays out.
What do you mean? I don't know this at all.
We're just about to settle down to brunch, aren't we?
Yeah, I think I'm sure a good dice roll was made. Oh no. Don't let us say anything. Yeah, we'll put a stop to this. Oh, better than being an Ovid fan of this channel, I suppose. Ben, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night with cringe? Or just cramp?
I wake in the middle of the night for all sorts of different reasons, but they're usually bladder related, it has to be said.
How many different bladder related reasons can there be?
I'll give it like another 10 years and then remind you that you asked that.
Okay.
Ewan with his powerful prostate. He's famous for it.
And there's that moment.
I haven't quite entered that phase in my life where every morning I, wake up, get up and use the bathroom, and hopefully in that order. I haven't quite got there yet. But, one day.
Perfect timing. Hang on. We stand for Ewan and his powerful prostate. I need to change that picture.
No, you don't. Not after that comment.
I'll just change the colour of the carrot. It's all right. Right, moving on.
Okay, so perhaps a little update and catch up. It's all going brilliantly. It's going mediumly, probably. The guests are mostly off the Baltic Star, and they've made it all the way to the concourse on the space station right outside the airlock door, which is famous as a tourist spot, probably. Out there, our heroes have carefully curated a party of notables. The current governor, Ormel Helinsky, the future governor, Sir Alan Locke, Tally Helinsky, daughter to the first and fiancée to the second. With them are Maggie Leaf and Star Orica, Sir Alan's crew, and a hatful of heavily armed guardians. Left on the ship is the wounded Linto Sard, professional loadmaster for a kelp harvester, and the woman who wounded him, Guardian Nyla Stavek. Stavek might possibly be the mysterious Polina, whose very name strikes fear into the hearts of the oppressed workers of Darkmoon City. In any event, she had stalked around the Baltic Star, wounding and drugging people, blowing holes in the walls and thoroughly exceeding the limits of her welcome. Kara tried to use truth serum to force her to confess her crimes, but sadly the drug didn't work. Instead, Agnar decided to take the now injured Stavek back to her guardians along with the other guests. In the moment, though, he decided to change his mind and dragged her gurney back aboard the Baltic Star. It's possible that the company of armed troops waiting for them made him feel the need for a superior negotiating position, but whatever, Stavik was back aboard. There was a plan to gain some, let's say, high ground by flying away and agreeing to drop Stavik off somewhere she could easily be collected, but that idea, solid though it seemed, fell apart with the discovery that the Baltic Star had been locked to the station. So, new plan. Silsava was tasked with talking the tense situation down, which she set about doing, but while this was happening, Kara had a new idea. Having tried fighting Stavek and drugging Stavek, she now attempted threatening Stavek. So what exactly do you threaten a tough, battle-scarred warrior with? Zoe. The answer is Zoe. It wasn't just a threat. If things went as expected, then Stavek might find it hard to return to Darkmoon, so she was offered a berth aboard to fly off to somewhere she was less notorious. Kara revealed a little about our favourite Zodani, and after seeing the way Zoe looked at her, Stavek indicated she'd speak to the people on the space station. So Kara handed her a communicator. Stavek checked that she could be heard, and then began. I have a few things to say. And that's where we resume the story. So, here's the thing. She takes her time over that and then takes a little pause. You can, if you would like, grab the communicator, cut off her access, or you can listen.
It's very kind of you. Kara's very much wincing inside throughout the whole thing. Although she saw the physical reaction of Stavik to Zoe, and she did look beaten for the first time at that point. She's very much been a thorn in our side all this time. So Kara's still tense. She looks towards Stefan for an inkling of emotional support. And doesn't get any.
He shrugs. And then just nods.
Kara feels even more tense.
Okay. She takes a breath and then she begins. She says, I came aboard this ship with more than one plan in mind. And having discovered that there was a fugitive aboard, I did attempt to take control of the vessel so that the Guardians would be able to search it thoroughly. However, I exceeded the reasonable actions of someone in my position. And for that, I'm sorry. I do not consider the crew of the Baltic Star to be at fault for my injuries. Those were my own misadventure. I have been drugged, wounded, and now threatened into cooperation. So bear in mind that you have to decide for yourselves whether you will accept my version of events. But I have decided that I am no longer suited to being a guardian on the world of Darkmoon. My position, I resign at once. Governor, I'm sorry if I let you down. And all I can say to the rest of you is that, as I understand it, there is now a plan to retire the current governor and replace him with Sir Arlen Locke. And if those guardians who can hear me are able to take one final order from me. Just making groaning noises.
Thank you for this pause. Oh,
do it.
oh.
Please tell Jin from me that he should make the transition as swift as possible. And execute the operation in the computer system for such eventualities. Called Witch Hazel. And she flicks off the communicator.
Stefan looks at Kara. Can you still get in? Can you find out what that is? And takes the communicator back off of the Guardian.
Cara will she'll look over to Silsalva and sort of mouth the words clamps ? And then well, she doesn't say question mark in her mouth the word.
Oh, yeah.
Tonality.
Clamps. And while everyone is still sort of settled around that bit of the corridor with Stavik on the bed and Kag's doing whatever he's doing, drinking, and could Kara try and get the laptop out to find out what it might be, to get an idea, an inkling of it before we get away?
You can try.
Yes.
This will be the Guardian's internal secure system. You do have nearby access to it from the console on the space station, and you should be able to have a go at hacking that remotely, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, of course.
But you can certainly have a go, and you can have your +1 from your deck as well as your own skill.
Thank
So
you very
your
much.
education plus your communications or computer skill
Yes,
with your +1.
that's good. That's good because that's +5 in total. Oh, the
That's not very
monkeys are
good.
showing us just as Ewan's turned out. I know. Even you vanished as the monkeys turned up, and now your name's in front of Ben. Perfect timing. Ah, good evening, monkeys.
That means
What's
I'm
your
running the
name?
game now.
You always have been, really.
Well,
Whatever you let us think. How you doing? How was the werewolves this evening? Life good, I hope. Hope there wasn't too much death going on. Let's find out which Operation Witch Hazel. Can I find out? Right, +5. Right, warm these up. Yeah, Foxy. It's good to have you with us, though. You points to that. It's a good roll, to be fair. It's the right dice. It's the right roll. It's a 15.
Okay. Can't argue with that.
For our yay adventures.
So, can you roll a d6 for me, please?
Yeah, I will. I was just thinking I want to hear Spez say horseradish next time he's on. When we got him next on, I want to hear horseradish.
that's for the one shot that we're doing this summer that revolves around horseradish.
Oh yeah, the horseradish one shot. Can't wait.
Yeah.
3, somewhere in the middle, Ben.
Okay. The
Yes, Spez. Oh yeah, for the. Oh, get that in for that.
the hacking looks like you will be able to crack it, but it'll take a few minutes for you to get in.
Okay.
So it's not going to be immediate while you're working on that, and it will take up your full attention while that's happening.
That is fine. Kara will sort of sit down on the floor with the laptop on her lap, just focusing on that while I guess everyone else is doing what they're doing.
Okay. So, anyone else doing anything in particular?
Stefan, once he has the communicator back, hopefully, off of the Guardian, will he'll walk up behind Kara, look over her shoulder. What's that? What's that? What?
Dash your finger, get out of the way.
No. He knows when there's been too much while she's busy trying to actually do something productive rather than sabotage a fellow crewmate. Now look around. Zoe.
Yep.
What should we do with this one? I'll nod over towards the Guardian.
Well, I don't know.
Once we're away, and he'll look over at Seal.
I mean, I suppose the thing that's a possibility is that I would need to ask is, do you feel she actually lived up to her end of the bargain? Because if she did, we take her back to the med bay and tuck her in. And if she didn't, we find a door to push her out of.
I'm kind of on the fence at the minute. I mean, I suppose technically we didn't mention anything about not giving any secret hidden computer orders to other people on the planet. It just didn't really portray us in the best light, but we didn't necessarily ask that either. It's hard to say. Sil, how are the locks? We're good? We're free?
Not yet.
Well, I suppose maybe we should give him a couple of minutes to to release us and see how that goes, and then we can judge the work of our friend here based off of that. What do you think, Zoe?
Well, my
What would, and he'll lean in. What would the Jarek do in this kind of situation?
well, I think you probably know the answer to that.
Not get themselves into this kind of situation is what I would expect, but
We'd reopen the airlock, go through, seize control of the space station, and then threaten to crash it into Darkmoon City if we weren't given whatever we wanted.
He looks around at Syl, who's very much not that kind of person. Kara sat on the floor playing with her laptop. Back over to Zoe. You and me. No,
Sure.
I don't. Well, I mean, maybe you, but
I'll tell you what, I've got your back.
and I believe you wholeheartedly. He'll open up communications. Cat. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going up there?
It's okay. I'm entertaining the cat. Anything you need?
Just a heads up, I suppose, on how things are progressing, as and when they do progress. Obviously, with the with our
Ship
situation.
systems are all up and running. We've got power to the engines, power to life support. No serious damage to the vessel. The only problem is we're currently locked to a space station, and if we pull away, we will do some damage. And I don't know what that would be.
To us or the space station?
Yes.
Okay. There's always that option. He looks at Zoe. Mutually, there's something destruction. Isn't that the
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that, but don't we like some of the people on the space station as well as all of the people on the ship?
Oh, we do, and we like the ship as well. To be fair.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's not.
Oh, and those engineers would kill us.
They've already got their work cut out for them. So have you. Get back to your
So-
computer. Well. Brunch, mimosas. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that time yet. Do you want to? Do you fancy helping me trying to get out of our friend here what witch hazel is?
We can ask.
Yeah.
How persuasive are you expecting me to be?
Very.
He pulls out a blade and walks over to the restrained Stavek and looks down and says, "Okay, so let's talk about witch hazel, whatever that means." And she gently rests the tip of the blade against Stavek's arm. So, I have been asked to find out what it means, and you're going to tell me, and then I'm going to stop hurting you. But first, before we have that conversation, I have to start hurting you. I hope you understand. And Stavik sort of looks up to her, says, "Or I could just tell you before you start." No, that's not how it works. I stop hurting you when you tell me, which means I have to have already started hurting you.
No, maybe let her talk first, sorry, and we'll see what happens. Maybe take it down a notch from the persuasiveness, and then if we don't believe them, if they don't, give an honest answer in our opinion, then we can take it back up a notch, maybe.
Okay. She withdraws the blade and looks at it slightly sadly and puts it back in its sheath.
I'm sorry. And Steph Adam, pat him on the back. And then remember his place and remove his hand very quickly. I'm sticking my neck out here. Because, let's be honest, you didn't really... You might have followed the instructions of what you were asked, but certainly not the spirit of what you were asked to do.
Oh,
So I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. What's Witch Hazel?
She takes a deep breath. Can you roll a persuade check for me, please, with your choice of...
Oh, dear.
No, it'll have to be intellect. Right?
I forgot about the dice thing. It's all well and good until you have to roll some dice.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay though. So it's 10 on the dice plus 1 persuade and no intellect for an 11, please.
Okay. She nods and she says, so we have a number of contingency plans for various things. If there's going to be something unexpected going on, what we tend to do is lock down the levels of Darkmoon City, stop all transport from one level to another, separate the workers into their individual floors and keep them separate in case of any opportunistic attempts to derail any process in the executive levels. These plans mostly didn't exist a year ago, but after Tali Helinski's abduction, we implemented a number of them. In the case of Witch Hazel, it also instructs that the Guardian should be put on high alert, but should leave the individual worker levels and return to form a protective unit where all of them are in the upper levels of the city and none are down in the worker levels. Again, in case of any trouble that might overwhelm them or somebody sees a weapon, once any transition or emergency situation is passed, we can of course resume normal operation. That's what Plan Witch Hazel does.
So what exactly is it about this situation that makes you think there might be some kind of trouble?
The biggest concern is that we have a situation right now where the governor is choosing to relinquish his authority. He's been a very firm, determined leader. And if he's letting go of the reins, then there's a chance someone might act up. And if it became public knowledge that he is not even in the city, and nor is his replacement, then people might see that as a window. It's very important to me that they do not act upon that in such a way that they cause chaos, riots, and the rest. It also, the plan also gives instructions to the workers in the executive levels to return to their quarters and make sure that they're not in the way of anything. You know, it's a different plan names have different specifics, but this one is let's keep everything under lockdown until we know what's happening next.
And what is happening next?
Well, that, I assume, is up to you rather than me.
That is true. Wouldn't you say, Zoe?
Yeah. I get to hurt her now, though, right?
I don't know. Did you believe her?
Yes, but...
I know. It sounded really reasonable, right?
But it might mean something else as well that she's not telling us. And I really want to stick a knife in her so that when I next see Kat, I can tell her that I stuck a knife in her.
I understand. I do understand. Does it do anything else? Anything you're omitting? Anything you're not telling 100% of the truth about? Because my friend's going to find out any minute now anyway, so...
All right.
You probably can't see it because all you can see is the ceiling, but she's
She
working very
says,
hard on her computer.
I'm working really hard.
She says, I can't remember the exact details, but I think I've told you the basics. Can you roll a deception check for me, please? Intellect.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
this is it. Oh.
I
Loud
need
dice,
more.
loud roll.
He's not very intellectual. Neither am I, apparently.
Very intellecty.
It's a mighty 4 plus 1 for deception is a 5.
Okay. As far as you're aware, she may well have been telling you the truth, but you can't be sure.
Fair. Hey, Cora, any luck?
I don't know. It's been a couple of minutes. I feel a
It
few
has
minutes,
been a
in
couple
fact.
of minutes, but not long enough, I'm afraid.
Ah. Sil, how's it going with the lock?
I'm just trying to explain to people that we need to get the lock unclamped, and they're delaying a little bit, I think, at the moment. But I don't know why.
That doesn't bode well. What do you think, Zoe? You and me storm the place, or do we tell them that if they don't unlock us now, we're just going to fly the whole thing down into the planet?
I think storming the place it's going to be hard to control what happens if this turns into a big gunfight.
That's true.
If there's any way to avoid that, we avoid it. But I'm wondering if we can put a little bit more pressure on them. I mean, is there something we can do with the shuttle? Like carry something down that we can drop on or into the city? Something we could threaten them with without leaving the station with the main ship.
Like a stretcher with a person attached to it. From a height,
That'd be such a clean-up job.
I'm not convinced it would do a huge amount of damage to the city, but it would be worth it just for the fun.
Yeah, true. Stefan will get on the ship-wide communications.
Oh, Stefan, why did you never buy the pocket nuke?
Oh, not now. I'm in the middle of something.
Sorry.
We never had the money because you spent all my money. Attention all crew. This is a very important shipwide announcement. We're having some issues getting unclamped from the space station up here, as you can tell. Our good colleague, who will remain unnamed for their plausible deniability, I suppose, has suggested that perhaps we could take the shuttle or program the shuttle to go down. Something to do with the shuttle and dropping something really heavy on the city, on the planet. Has anybody got anything that would cause a lot of damage when dropped from a great height onto a city? and he'll end communication. You really threw me off there, Cara. I had everything planned out what I was going to say, and then you started talking about my. Oh,
Maybe it
it's
doesn't
gonna
need
be
to be
so
heavy.
good.
Maybe it doesn't need
It's
to be
going to be
heavy.
so good.
Maybe it could just be exciting.
And there was like some fireworks.
Yeah.
You got any fireworks?
Got some air.
Party
We got some smoke.
streamers.
Got
Got
some
any
smoke.
party streamers? You got a smoke machine?
We got some. We can make a load of toasted sandwiches. Offer them a new way of eating.
It's actually Cat who comes up with an idea. And as she speaks, you can actually hear the purring of a kitten in the background.
I'm not dropping caboodle.
And she says, I know it's not exactly what you had in mind, but if you were able to get access to like the public address system in the city, could we tell the workers that they're about to be put into lockdown and that now is their last chance?
Well, that was going to be what Cara was going to try and do.
That's a good idea. Cara, why didn't you think of that?
I was going to do it. I just didn't want to say it in front of.
Seriously. That is a good idea. Also, if we still got tons of fish, we could drop fish on them.
No, I sold all of those.
Yeah.
Don't you remember
Skis.
our basic fishonomics day?
Yeah.
Yes.
Skis
Also,
the same.
I mean, I think they're used to fish.
Yeah, they're fine with fish. Thanks for so long. Thanks for all the fish.
Well, I don't
That's
know.
what they
But
waved
if you
to us
give
as we
them
left.
a plethora of fish that isn't necessarily kelp or squid, then
Fish milk.
they might go crazy for it.
Fish milk, yes. Yes.
But thanks, Kat. It's the best idea so far. I will say definitely. And Stefan will wander over to Cara and he'll kneel down and he won't point at the screen this time, but he will whisper. So, what about your friends? Didn't you mention something about them?
I have no friends. What friends?
Oh, sorry, you said it. The ones that you and Agnar made on the planet.
We could get in touch with that. My thinking was she sort of shuffles a bit further down the corridor with Stefan to follow her. Right, still keeping an eye on that bar loading far too slowly, far slower than percentage-wise as she thought it was going to be. And my thinking was if I could get into this to hack in the announce system or something like that, bang something up on the screen with it. But if paired with that, we could make contact with the people. But that was Soraya and Agnar, right?
Oh, was it? Was that them? I lose track.
We were down.
All I know is it wasn't.
We were down with
Wasn't
Lindsay.
Me.
We were down with Lindsay.
No, that's
Don't tell me the Bathies mean nothing to you. We shared some serious danger back then.
I've got a lot going on at the minute. Listen, I was
nearly died.
also thinking, speaking about Linto, maybe he's Paulina. Maybe the Guardian is actually just a Guardian trying to do a good job.
The Guardian literally said she was Paulina.
I did when she was drugged. Okay, that's not important right now. But what is important is I'm super worried. I think that witch hazel thing might be like an order to blow up the space station, and we're still attached to it, and they're not letting us go, and that would be probably bad for us. And then it kills the governor as well and his successor.
Look, if I can hack in, right?
It feels like a Paulina thing.
Well, if they know what witch hazel is, right, and I can hack in, which this is looking good so far. If we can make an announcement that is literally like, let us go, or we're gonna hack it. You know, we'll get someone down there. We'll raise the drums, make the announcement, get the workers to rise if that's what they want. But you know, if they let us go, then maybe we'll let things stay a bit more balanced while the new leader takes over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you could look at the witch hazel thing, and if it is going to blow anything up, just delete it or something.
Well,
Is
that's
that what
what
you do with computers?
that's literally what I'm trying to do. If people stop trying to talk to
Okay.
me, but this bar's
No,
really
no,
close
no,
to the
no,
top
don't
now.
worry.
But the thing is, right? If we like making an announcement, getting something, changing something, putting the pressure back on it, making them want to get rid of us quicker, is a good thing, right? So I agree. I agree with our crewmates. If a shuttle or an announcement will sway it because they want to get rid of us to stop an uprising, to not let people know, then yeah, that's a bit of power that we've got that might expedite our exit. Do you like? I've been learning new words, by the way.
Expedite. I did notice.
No,
I've
no,
not
no,
heard you
no,
say
no,
that before.
no. New was my word.
No.
Yeah, I knew expedite. What do you take me for? I'm an artist.
How did you learn a new word if you didn't know what new meant?
It's just
Isn't that kind of paradoxical?
I just use the word cool the whole time. If I'm arty, I can use it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Listen, you do what you've got to do.
And you do what you got to do as well. If you can think of something that works, just there's people down there. Do you know what I mean? There's the working man, the working woman, the working days. Don't go dropping heavy things on people. And and don't go chucking a shuttle out if we're going to need a quick getaway, because that shuttle's got to catch back up with the ship at some point. I like
Okay.
that shuttle. I like that shuttle. That's got some.
I know.
That's
It's
got
your
some
favourite.
unique color art in it.
Unique smells in it, that's for sure.
That's what happens when you Agnar pukes if we go too fast.
Okay. You do your computer stuff.
And you do your thing, whatever it is.
Okay.
Backflips normally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do some of them.
Sometimes.
That'll slow them down.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's at about
Stefan.
this moment, 3-4 minutes, that you actually do get access to the system.
All right. Let's get looking for this Operation Witch Hazel then, please.
All right. Witch Hazel is very much an identifiable file in there. It is literally named Witch Hazel. You would be accessing it perhaps 5 or 6 minutes after the boss of the safety office was reading it himself, but not too much later. Witch Hazel contains absolutely none of the things that Stavek mentioned. In fact, it doesn't refer to anything to do with the transition of one governor to another, nor locking down levels or anything of that nature. Witch Hazel identifies that the Wanderers are in need of new leadership and for someone to be picked immediately and appointed immediately.
Okay. Interesting. But yet we don't know who this. Of course, that's not going to ping up saying so and so has been suggested. Steve Clements has been selected as the new leader. That'd be so
What do the
helpful.
polls think?
Yeah. So is it like an election? Are they just like picking? Is it like the Pope? Are we looking for some white smoke coming out? Oh, she hasn't been completely forthright. Right, I need a second here. I need a second while she's. I like to think this second is as she's reading through it. She'll call Stefan over.
Oh, what is it? I was just about to go over to Zoe. I've got a very important question.
Just so, which is all right. It's not at all what she said. It's literally about picking a new leader of the Wanderers, and it just shows that the Guardians and the Powers are just totally, the Guardians are
In it
totally in
together.
cock with them. Yeah, man. Almost like at the expense of the separately from the politicians, almost maybe. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't know. I wish we could find out who the new leader was. But
How Ben, very quickly, communicator that Stavek used to call down.
Mhm.
Was Stefan able to get that off of her? Was it built into suit or?
It was one you actually held out to her for her to use, so or offered her for her to use.
Yeah.
So so you can have taken it back.
Yes. He'll turn to Kara. This thing that was broadcasting right over the planet, the whole thing, was it everywhere? Does this? Can you check out the last dial number and get me back in?
It was in fact configured only to communicate with the people on the space station.
So, that would have been too good.
Would have been nice.
does let me just check something. You might have to remind my memory, Ben. It's to save time, so I'm not going back 20, 30 pages or whatever. Did Arlen Locke? He didn't know about. Well, he said he didn't know about Helena, but has he told us whether has he made aware of his awareness of the Wanderers to us or not? Do you remember?
He hasn't spoken to you about them, no.
And however, Tally has. Tally knows.
Yes.
Arlen Locke doesn't necessarily, because he's come from a mile away.
Yep.
So the new person we've got on that space station that would know is Tally.
Yes. Because Locke has indicated that he doesn't know anything about that kind of thing, and there's no reason he should, to be honest. And the governor has denied all knowledge of Polina, at least. I don't know if you haven't asked him yet about the Wanderers, but he has denied any knowledge of the person Polina.
Kara motions to Seal to come over quickly.
And she does. She races to her side. What do you need?
Who are you talking to?
Currently, I'm talking to the governor.
Okay. Could you ask to talk to Tally for a second, please?
Yes. And she immediately turns back to the communicator and says, "Apologies for that interruption. We might find it beneficial to have a few words with your daughter, Governor. She has a unique insight into both sides of this conversation, if you don't mind." And he says, "Of course," and happily hands the communicator over. And you hear Tally's voice say, "Hello."
Kara holds out a hand for Seal to pass her the device, if she may. Hey, Tally, this is Kara.
Hey, Cara.
No one can hear, right? It's just you, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if you heard talk about Operation Witch Hazel.
I heard the words.
Someone on that station right now is going to be calling through for Operation Witch Hazel. We were told it was for change of leadership, but it is not. Repeat, it is not. It's about picking a new leader for the Wanderers immediately.
Okay.
So Stavek's clearly realising she's out, but they're looking for a new leader. Look, we need to get unlocked here and go, but also if we can find a way to disrupt that, that's got to set the planet in a better place than we left it, right?
Yeah, that would win some friends.
So I guess that will help. That will help the future husband as well, with the two of you, with what you're doing. They'll help those on the ice caps, I would imagine, as well, with the sort of the more softly approach that hopefully can take place over the coming years. So I don't know. Is there? Guess what I'm saying is, I can find a way to blow this open to try and put a stop to that. If you can help find a way to get these locks unlocked, because I can do it. I'm in the system this side. I can do that.
All right. Wait, you're in what system?
Probably the system that I can unlock the locks from as well. I don't know. I'm in the central system, man. I'm in the Guardians. I'm in the Guardian system.
Okay, so you want to stop the Wanderers.
Yeah.
And you've got control of the Guardian's own internal system.
Yeah, I can do something this. I can do something this side. Just wanted to let you know about the situation. We could try and cut off.
All right. So my job is to get the lock unlocked if I can.
If you can get the lock unlocked, and we will cut off the head of the Guardians. Cut off the head of the Wanderers as a leaving gift, I guess.
All right. Okay, leave it with me. I'll try and get that lock open.
Don't do anything too silly.
I don't do anything silly.
Then do something heroic.
Oh, I think I can promise you that.
Defund. Now you're talking, Spence. Hit him where it hurts. Hit the pocket.
And you hear her hand the communicator back to her father. Right, I hope that was helpful. So, we're still not entirely sure what's going on here. Are you planning to provide any form of support to the transitional government or what?
Is this the governor?
Yep.
We would love our leaving gift to you to be support to the transitional government. We want to leave you in the best possible way to bring about the new leadership.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds good. Perhaps then the obvious solution is for your executive team to join us on a shuttle here and we can all head down to the planet together.
I tell you, why don't you've met us? We're a ragtag bunch. The guys that served you your dinner, his tux was basically a T-shirt with it printed on. Like, you may have noticed a couple of the cheesy balls someone had already sucked already. We're not the most organised. Let me hand you over back to Sil Salva, who will be able to sort it in a better way and make sure that the correct team of people joins you. Kara hands the device back over to Sil.
And Sil has obviously heard this side of the conversation, so she says, Governor. Right, yes. So a team to travel back down to the surface. Yes, that's something we should talk about. So what are we looking for? People with negotiation skills in administration, finance, people who can help go through the new responsibilities. And as she's saying this, she's walking away from you. So just taking on what you've told her to do.
Oh, man. Bureaucracy, Stefan. I can't be dealing with it, man.
I know. Hey, listen, you said lock a lot of times in that conversation. Were you talking about Arlen at any point? Or the ones on the ship?
The Harlan this time around. Why are you thinking about zhuzhing up the place a little bit? Maybe some new matches?
I was just worried that you hadn't done anything about the locks that are holding us here.
Those. We're trying. I've got
Okay.
I've got a friend of ours, Tally. I told her about Witch Hazel, and I've told her to try and get us unlocked, that we would cut off the head of that if we could, as sort of a leaving gift. Speaking of which, actually, join me in this, Stefan. You're no good at IT, but you're a people person.
I'm not a people person. You're right.
Sit here. She slaps the floor next to her. Sit next to me. Come on.
Okay.
Look, Zoe looks like she's dealing well with Stavak by herself. I wish she wouldn't keep running that knife up and down so much, though. But now what I'm trying to do here, I'm going to try and log on. I'm on this now. if that is there, I don't know if there's anything in there that might give us some information. I'm trying to find some information on potential potential wanderers, names that we can put out there, names that we can warn the people for to get on top of as quickly as possible. Do you know what I mean? You know, like
I do.
you know, before the
Do you know
powers
what
up.
I was?
What are you thinking? I like your thinking.
No,
That's why I
no,
invited
I
you.
was
Come on,
good to-
shuffle up. Come on. You can't see the screen
No,
from here because I've
it's
got
a
one of those
stupid
protectors on.
idea.
No, I like stupid ideas.
It'll take forever. I was thinking, they've got like this weird kind of alliance, the Guardians and the Wanderers, from what we can tell, right? They've both got the same orders.
Yeah.
Are there any Guardian only orders there that are like kill all of the Wanderers?
Oh, I like it.
Or something really, a different order that would benefit us.
I like
we've
been compromised, cut off the head of the serpent kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have a look. Let me have a click around. Operation Cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Operation Squidling.
I don't know that one.
Operation Stefan Miller. Oh, I'll leave off. Oh, that's
What?
interesting. Oh, it's all right. I'll leave that. No, carry on. And is there anything, Ben, as I quickly scroll through, is there anything that click on a few things, sort of follow her instincts, I guess, to follow links and sublinks and things like that?
There are not any order sets for regular Guardians. The order sets in the file are for senior Guardian staff to sort of have a plan of action that they know what to do in an emergency. But they would then hand out much more commonplace orders, defend this location, protect this, go and deal with this, in response to what it said in the plan of action. However, what you do find is an up-to-date list of current people suspected of being wanderers.
Perfect.
And some of those names are marked as being guardians, including a fairly senior one.
Excellent. Excellent. It looks like it's time to take that list potentially. She sort of looks at it, sort of highlights the list, copy and pastes it, looks at Stefan, says there's if I remember, there's quite a lot of screens around all the lower levels.
Oh, there's loads.
Many.
And there's a lot of workers on the lower levels.
Well,
many.
You've got to think that there's also some powerful people that would rather the Guardians were that the Wanderers weren't a thing, that kind of put up with them because they kind of have to because of the power the Guardians have.
You're going to publish it?
I'm wondering. I'll tell you what. Let's try something out. What's the name of the senior Guardian on there? Ben?
Hova Marilia.
How are we spelling that?
HOVA.
Yep.
MIRILLIA.
LLIA. What's their just a senior top, like a big brass?
They are currently marked as a captain of the Guardians. One of several, though.
Yeah.
Carl, before you do anything else, can you just do me a quick favour?
Yeah.
Just to set my mind at ease, if you will, before we set off into the vast beauty of space. Can you just check that list for Linto Sard?
Is there Linto Sard on it?
There isn't.
You've been could still be, but you've been so sus of him all week.
I mean, it doesn't say that that doesn't mean that it's definitely not. It just means it's not being suspected currently. But it goes away, I guess. Maybe.
I
was just concerned we were going to get out into the depths of space, and all of a sudden he was going to start stabbing people as well.
Oh, he sort of stabbed himself up just to get himself into our trust. I like it.
Well, between him and Paulina over there, maybe.
Kara shouts across to Zoe. Hey, do
Hi there.
you fancy killing a guardian?
Any particular guardian or just one of my picking?
Captain Hover Marilia looks to see if there's any response, I guess.
Zoe grins and says, if it's got a name, I don't only just get to kill it, I get to then tell people about it. And behind her, can you roll
A philosophy.
Always worth a shout.
Always worth a shout. Once a season.
I'm gonna
Oh.
suggest the closest is probably recon in this
Yeah.
situation.
Oh, I've got some of that.
But if you can think of another suitable one for spotting at a distance the stealthy reactions of somebody whose face you can't really see.
Art performer. Performance art. The performance, the
You know what? I'll give you that. Yes.
Thank you
Why not?
very
Pretty
much.
good.
Thank you. For those that
Body language, effectively.
For those who don't play Traveller often, it is one of the rules that, or one of the suggestions that you can suggest alternatives if you can argue it for it, which is something that we bring into a lot of our games, actually.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, we've always sort of done it this way because you don't have to be as literal as these things sometimes come across.
Do I take that with my intellect and knowledge and my education from what I learned when
This
I
will
was
be
at
intellect.
college?
This is your quickness
Yes,
of
perfect.
spotting things.
Okay. That is a 7, but it's a plus a 3, which is a 10.
Nice.
Okay. Zoe obviously isn't paying that much attention, but there's a slight twitch from Stavek when you say that name, as if she's more than a little startled. She did not expect you to know that.
Who's the next senior one on the list?
There aren't any other senior guardians. And in fact, the vast majority of the names on the list aren't guardians.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of more junior guardians who are also identified.
Kara will just sort of look at those names and shout out, said, "Oh, you could, while you're there, you could kill this person and that person as well."
Okay.
Doesn't care looking at the reaction. Now she's got a reaction and she's just like putting those names out.
She's got what she needed.
But then if we were able to get out of here quickly, we wouldn't need to do that. It's these bloody locks. And while we're stuck here with these locks, you've got time, I suppose.
It is at about that moment that yes, it will be you, Kara, who would get the call.
Mm-hmm.
You get a call on your communicator direct from Tally Helinski.
Hey, Tally. You're talking, that's good.
So I said that the next thing that's going to happen is some of you guys are going to come out and we're just working out which ones of you are going to be part of the team that heads down to the city. And I told them that something about the clamp, the locking clamp, has actually messed up the way your airlock works, so you can't open it in order to send anyone through. And they're turning it off.
Thanks. Kara nods at Stefan. Check in with Cap.
Stefan waits for the nodding in Morse code for check-in with Cat to finish. And then he calls up Cat.
Yeah, hello.
It takes a while.
Cat, get ready. We're they're undoing the locks now, apparently.
Stand by.
As soon as they do, and he'll look over at Kara, we're gonna punch it, right? Hold on, I'm just waiting for confirmation. Yeah. We're gonna punch it as soon as you're able.
All right. Stand by.
Thanks.
Stand by.
Cara,
Hold on.
Kara's
Something that's standing by.
Kara wants to be back on Tally as we wait for this. Tally,
Yeah.
do you want the names of? We've got the names of guardians, some guardians, and some potential wanderers. Do you want them? Do you want the people to know?
Well, I want to know. I don't know what happens if we. You know what? I think either my father or my fiance would both play this cagier, and they'd try and find a way to negotiate their way through something and de-escalate and everything. So before they decide which of them's in charge today, tell everyone. Let it fall where it may.
You take care down there, Tally. All right.
Will do. And at that moment, you hear a little comment from Kat. Says, "And we're there." And immediately the ship is accelerating backwards.
And as it accelerates free, as it sort of leaves the space, Kara will bang the list of all the names on the. Try and put them on as many screens as she can around the city.
Okay. So, first question, I suppose, is how far are you pulling back? Are you just pulling far enough back to be in a different orbit kind of thing for the moment?
Yeah, because I'm guessing we still need to be relatively close. We can't be like a billion miles away to like hack into these things. But
Yeah. If you want to stay in the system, if you want the opportunity to send people down with a shuttle or anything like that, then yes, you are going to need to be close enough.
So I guess that's the initial plan until Kara has finished whatever needs to be done.
just bang that list of guardians on the on all the screens that she can with a nicely spread. These are the potential wanderers.
All right.
Do with this list as you will.
The communication screens are in the safety offices system. So I'm going to ask you to hack that as a separate challenge. It's not going to be as tough as the Guardian one, but
okay, that's good.
because the Guardian one, I'd set the difficulty to be 14, and you just
oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, it was a tough system.
Well, yeah, it's a tough system, but easier doesn't make it easy. Okay, so it's my +5 on that. This would be good with a 1. Oh well, we're off so long. Okay, that's a good one though. It's a 9, which is a 14.
Fantastic.
Sorry, I feel bad.
This time you've wildly exceeded requirements, not just exceeded requirements.
I'll make it fancy. I'll put some clip art.
You push the Wanderer list out onto the screens on the city. Now I have another question. Are you also going to put it on the alert screens on the space station, or are you going to let that be a nice surprise to the people on the station when they hear about it?
We don't need to, really, because I guess unless that captain's directly up there, we don't want to put Tally and that lot at risk. Let them know. I won't put it on there. What I'll do is, Tally knows that Cara will send it to Tally's device because we did make contact with all of them, didn't we, separately?
Yes, because you have direct.
Because we had Tally, we had Ireland. They were part of our bigger group, weren't they, for a little while?
They were indeed.
So Cara will send that list just to Tally's device.
Okay. All right. Just to Tally. You're not sending it to Alan as well.
If she trusts him, she'll show him.
Fair.
Okay. All right. You send it to Tally, and she responds with a quick sort of thumbs up kind of response. But she either doesn't recognize any of the names, or it doesn't chime any immediate reaction from her.
That's all right. I think we trust her to check and share what she's willing to check and share with a future husband and father-in-law and things like that. Kara looks to Stefan. Shall we? Shall we?
You didn't use Comic Sans again, did you?
Mate, I spent 4 years at art college.
So yes.
A further 8 years
Okay.
working in art and design. And yes, Comic Sans did come back as big fashion for 18 months of that. But that was a long time ago now. We even did wingdings for 6 months.
Oh, that would have made it more interesting. I'll be honest.
That's true.
Yeah,
the dyslexics can read Comic Sans tradition, isn't it? It's a very good, it's very good font.
Yeah,
but
that is true.
Go
on then.
Gaudi
Do you want me to call it, Troy?
Let's go punch it.
Cat, get us out of the system.
Sure. I'm going to need just a fraction more detail than that.
Like which bits? How far? Where? Up. Take us up. No.
Like a destination. I mean, I get that space is, three-dimensional. We can go anywhere you like, but away isn't really useful information. I need to know which way are we going.
Carl, what was our second choice?
Oh God, mate, I've got to go back up 30 pages in my notes for that. No, Zoe's still there with us, Sparrow. She's on the ship we were joking about. Zoe heading down. The only people that are down is the old governor, the new governor, his new missus, the governor's daughter, and his crewmates, and the friends that we made along the way.
Yeah.
Santerre, Colony World, Hishamaki. Oh, that sounds good. We need a place where we can fix the ship. We need a place where we can go shopping. We need a place we can get a hell of a brunch. Hishamaki?
Hishu? Fishu?
Don't.
Listen, why don't you tell Kat? I'm just going to mispronounce it.
I mean, Hishamaki has a decent starport.
Yeah.
But no gas giant.
Yeah. We've got... we are full of fuel. What's the jump to Hishamaki?
2.
Okay. I'll think of all that training. 2, which we've got. Hang on, what's our fuel is at? We are at full with our extendable tanks. It's 100 tons of fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So 3/3. How much of that fuel will go on a jumper 2 of the tank?
Essentially, what you have at the moment, if I quickly check my notes.
Brunching, yes. Best.
What you have available right now to you.
Mate. Where's my brunch? Oh yeah, tell us all these other places. We're happy to go to other places. Hishamaki's in the past. Bring up the star map. Bring up the star map, Ben. Tell us of the Eden-like worlds that we could travel to. We'll go original Star Trek, maybe a medieval planet, maybe a planet where they're all gangsters.
You can do a jump 3, which from Darkmoon could get you to a number of places if you're going to continue heading basically, spinward.
Yes.
That would.
Direction I've heard.
That's roughly the direction you're planning to go.
in Traveller if we were going to spinward eventually?
You could get to
Thanks,
a
Max.
couple of places with sea starports, like Antizeno and Moonhofen.
Moonhofen?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or if you want to
That
make
sounds
it a
good.
longer trip, you can
Double-
actually get
double
to
trip.
Nardi. Now that, I'm afraid, is a 4 jump, but you can do a 4 jump. You
With
just
the
have to
fuel.
take 2 weeks over it.
Yeah. Now, Nardi, talk us through what we would know from the star charts, number and letter wise.
Okay. So Nardi, which is a pretty, it's a fairly important planet within its system because it's kind of the subsector capital
Oh,
for the subsector you're currently in.
this sounds good.
Okay, because
Wait,
it's
so
in
we've
the
just committed
Nardi subsector.
crimes and you want to go to the subsector capital.
You got to remember, news travels slowly
Great.
in Traveller.
Well, that's true.
So it is a not particularly high tech, but reasonably technological imperial world. It has a small population. It is mostly water, but there's plenty of land,
Oh, okay.
and only a few 100,000 people live there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relatively small world, quite low G. The atmosphere is a little bit tainted, but it's breathable,
Breathable, yeah.
especially with a breath mask.
Yeah.
It's not particularly exciting as a place, but it has an excellent quality starport. It's got a reasonable tech level, which would probably be enough to repair the fairly minor damage
Yeah.
that you have. And essentially, the only problem with going there, if you're happy to go there, is that it would take you 2 weeks.
Are there any trip advisors for restaurants or bistros? We're starved
Well,
of a good brunch, man.
I can tell you that the nature of the planet is that it's kind of balkanized into multiple independent nations.
Oh, so many different types of food.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Partially important question, Ben. Is that within reach of the Deep Night before it needs restocking? It's not too far away for them to meet us there. Should we wish to cancel the
No,
the whole
if it went
deal that we've made
if
here?
it went through Darkmoon, it would be able to easily make that hop to Nardi as well.
I just assumed that Deep Night just sent us off knowing that we'd be idiots and just like, just give them something to do. Get them out there. Get them out of our hair. Whatever they say, just ignore them. We'll send the
Keep 'em
proper
busy.
scouts out later. Yeah. We've got their pilot.
Fix-
That's all we need. Now send them off.
There's a
before they
ship following us
yeah.
to fix all of the trouble that we've
Yeah.
created.
We're the pre
What a crew
scouts.
that must be.
Oh, they must be the A team, quite frankly. Yeah, let's do Nardi. 2 weeks. Oh, God, there's so much relaxing we can do. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of training, a lot of learning.
Okay.
I know that Saraya's keen to practice with her bow and arrow. Agnar's not shutting up about all his learnings. Let's have a wonderful time. But before you fly off there, can you take us could you keep us in system, but maybe take us far away from this planet that we can just have 5 minutes before we make jump.
Well, I mean, there's nothing on the planet bigger than a shuttle except for the visiting merchant ships that take the kelp away, and none of them are currently there.
Okay. Then just make sure we're out of orbit and into the sort of space, basically, that's under no orbital pull of a planet.
Yeah, but you can go up to a nice gentle orbit well above, but still stay in communication range of the planet's surface.
Um, could Cara goes onto the radio. So I just need something. I'm here. I'm here. Could Gerg Linto, is he in any fit state to be wheeled down to the downstairs corridor where we all are?
Yeah, he's stable.
Could you bring him along?
Sure. And he indeed does exactly that, starting to push Linto down. You can actually hear him saying, "Right, come on then, Sard. Let's get you up and moving." And you can hear, a bit of a creak and a groan and a bit of a gasp, but he seems to be moving. And as they make their way towards you, we'll take our little break.
Lovely. Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
Oh, what a treat. We'll be back in 5 minutes, dear friends, for like a half-hour break to the end. So go get what you need to do. Fill your glass, because we're going to have a drink to a fallen comrade when we get back. Then we'll have half an hour of, I don't know, brunch. I don't know what we do with half an hour. It'll be magical. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you all soon. Now, let me just sort this out properly. There's something there. There we go. Click that on. No, put a bit of music on. There, I'm doing the button. Look at that. That's good quality. Right, you guys are off now. And now I'm off. Toodaloo.